Hi Indonesia, I'm Beren Olivia. Check out my interview on CreativeDisc.com, the #1 music website in Indonesia.
So, hello, CD lovers. Welcome back to another Creative Disc exclusive interview with me, Luthfi. And I'm in outside right now. No Creative Disc background this time, so sorry. But I think like this interview is gonna rock like this other interview. So, today's guest is coming from England. She's the newcomer that can make you feel heartbroken and feel moody after the party with her mix of pop rock and alternative pop. So without further ado, please welcome. This is Beren Olivia.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine. So how are you today too?
I'm good, yeah. I'm still waking up a little bit. It's 10 o'clock now, so I should technically be awake. But
10 o'clock at midnight.
Pardon?
10 o'clock at 10 o'clock p.m.
No, AM.
Oh, AM. Okay.
I'm definitely not, and it takes me a while to wake up.
Okay. So, where are you at now?
I am just outside of London. And yeah.
So, what kind of activity that you are doing lately?
I am doing lots of sessions, writing lots of songs. We're planning some live shows, hopefully really soon. I just went to my first festival a couple of weeks ago, so I'm still on a high from that, like seeing everybody performing live. It just really like lit a fire in my belly with the whole live aspect of the industry, because it's something I've yet to experience.
So what kind of festival that you are joined in?
I went to Reading Festival.
Oh my God. Do you go to Reading Festival finally?
I know. I went with my brother as well. We had so much fun. We were like right in the mosh pits and everything, and like we saw so many amazing artists.
I'm so envy of you because in Indonesia we can't do festival lately.
It's taken a while for things to open up here, to be honest.
Yeah. In Reading Festival, what act that you see live?
Oh my goodness, we saw Kid Laroi, Post Malone, Mabel, Sam Fender. There was so many. I can't even remember half of them. It was a mad 3-day. Youngblood. Oh my gosh, Youngblood was insane. He was my favorite.
So what kind of reading performance that you like the most?
Definitely Youngblood. I said to my brother, I was like, we need to get there really early because I need to be at the front. I was easy with all of the other ones, but with Youngblood, and it was my birthday as well. So my brother knew, like, he was like, we'll get to the front, don't worry. And we did. We stood for like 45 minutes when it was gonna come on, and we just like we camped, but we got an amazing spot. It was perfect.
Do you like you are really a fan of Youngblood?
I am. I'm a massive fan.
So talking about your music right now. So tell me more about your newest EP called Early Hours of the AM.
Yes, it's about all of those kind of stresses and worries and thoughts that you have that kind of get pushed aside throughout the day to just kind of get through the day, but then just as you're about to fall asleep, like, you know, it all just kind of comes to the front of your brain, and then you just can't sleep. So that's why it's called Early Hours of the AM, and each song on the EP is represents like a different stress or worry or thought that I have, and yeah.
So is it kind of like is it mirror on your cover art? Because I think like, your cover art is unique and it kind of tells something with so many mirror in it. I think like it's kind of reflected that you say it about early hours in the AM. I think.
I feel like it was really important for me, like especially with the cover art, because I feel like that's when you really get an insight as to what the artist is trying to say with this story. But the kind of idea behind it was for me, it was all about how I see myself, or how I see other certain situations, or like how I see other people in a relationship, and it's just like reflections just came to my head. So the cover artwork is me basically sitting on the floor in front of 9 mirrors, and I'm holding one. And there are 4 singles on this EP, and each single has a different mirror in the cover artwork. And then so the EP has all of the mirrors in the cover artwork and a few extra to be dramatic. And but the idea is basically just when you're lying in your bed at night trying to fall asleep and you're replaying all of these scenarios in your head, you're basically just like watching them all in front of you. And mirrors just made sense to me.
I think like it's kind of heavy subject. I didn't expect that early hours in the AM content heavy subject as like maybe like anxiety, or maybe like it's like kind of a false identity that you are wearing on the AM and you are crying on the PM on the midnight. I think it's kind of like that, isn't it?
It's extremely heavy if you like strip back all of the music and everything, but I feel like in the way I delivered it and the way the production kind of came about, it was important for me. I didn't want it to come across as victim-y. I didn't want it to be, I wanted it to be fun and make people want to dance and everything, and kind of have this element of, yeah, I'm going through stuff and everyone's going through stuff, and but like we get on with life. That's life. And I feel like people, especially in the last year, can relate to that. And coming out of the pandemic, I didn't want crying ballads. I wanted fun, upbeat party songs.
But it kind of interesting because you feel with the you want to make a dancey beat songs, but with the heavy theme. Like, how can you balance it? How can you balance it into the song?
I think it's all in the delivery, to be honest. So even though the lyrics are quite intense, I feel like the melodies are really fun and bouncy, and like we've got really cool bass lines, and the guitars are like really playing a huge part. So I feel like it's quite easy, I feel like, especially if you're working with people that are completely on the same wavelength as you, which I'm really lucky that I found people like that. So yeah.
So in this EP, like you wanna, I think like when I heard this EP, honestly, like you want to tell a mixed emotion. Like I think I need mirror on this music on this EP because it kind of mellow in the start, but turn more chaotic. Like is it like yourself? Is it like your feeling towards into EP? Like first it's a mellow and turn into chaotic. Is it like your feeling, your true feeling?
Yeah, I feel like the first song that was released, Is That What You Like Now? It's definitely one of the more energetic ones, and it's got the massive guitars. It's definitely got that more kind of rocky feel to it at times, and it just made sense for that song because it's quite angry, but I wanted the anger to kind of come across as sassy as well. And I feel like with the Is That What You Like Now, with the massive guitars and stuff, like it all kind of just worked, it fit. Whereas one like Red Rip Sweater, it's still kind of got that trappy, bouncy kind of the melody, but it's a little bit more low key because it kind of brings you back to the present. I'm lying in my bed missing somebody right now, laying in their Red Rip Sweater. So yeah.
So how can you put many this dynamic to an emotion and sort it out? I think like sort it out without being too explosive or too overwhelming.
Sorry, could you say that again?
Yeah. So how can you balance it? How can you you turn into the trap beat, you turn into the rock beat, and sometimes it kind of with the guitar. How can you balance it? Is it kind of? I think like it's kind of hard to balance all of them into the one pack.
Mm-hmm. But my voice and my melodies, my kind of writing will always blend them together, if that makes sense. Like there'll always be hints of me throughout, so it does make sense. I feel like though it was, as long as they have, for me it's like my sound is the big guitars and the kind of hip-hoppy melodies and the just in my delivery as well, kind of have like a relaxed kind of softer delivery that's like really enunciated. So they all really fit and they all really work together. And I love how you start off listening at the top with "Is That What You Like Now?" and it completely sets the tone straight off the bat, and then Hurt Again comes in, and it's definitely more on the pop, like electronic sounds, but it still has those massive guitars in the post-chorus, so it all ties in together really nicely.
Ooh. You said that your song is kind of like you're smiling at the party and coming back with pizza and broken makeup in your face. Like, do you really experience things like that?
I mean, I'm always gonna exaggerate in songs. I haven't personally done that. I'm not really a crier, but I have friends that have done exactly that. And so like I was saying before, like, I kind of pull like experiences that I've had mixed with experiences that my friends and my family have, and I kind of just build one massive relatable story, hopefully.
So speaking about relatable, if you pick the song from this EP, which one that you are the most relatable with?
I'm the most what, sorry, with?
If you are talking about relatable, so if you are gonna pick the one song from this EP, which one that you pick that's so relatable to you?
Yeah, definitely the one that wasn't a single, The Way My Mama Looks at Me. That one for me, it was the most difficult to write, and I feel like that's why it was the most difficult to write, because I'm extremely close to that situation. But I feel like everyone can relate to not feeling great and not liking the way you look sometimes, and not liking all that self-confidence and self-worth sometimes dips. And I feel like everyone wishes that they can see themselves how their mum sees them, because their mum's always going to see them as absolutely perfect. And for me, my mum is, and my dad, dad didn't really rhyme as well, so I just went with mum. But mum, the way my mum looks at me, it's like her support has been mad, like second to none for me. And I always struggled with confidence as a kid. I do now. It's definitely the one that I identify with the most.
So speaking about your career, music career, so like what's your decision that you finally want to pursue career in music professionally?
Sorry, I didn't.
Okay. So sorry. So what's your decision that you finally want to pursue career in music professionally?
What made me decide that I want to just do music?
Yes.
It took a minute. I'm a bit of a late bloomer, I feel like, because I started out with, I was a swimming athlete, and I did a whole bunch of stuff before. I did acting, and then I did some modeling at some point, and then it all kind of just landed in place. I was always writing. That was one thing I was always doing. I was always getting in trouble in school for writing in the back of my books and getting detention and everything. So it all kind of just, when I taught myself guitar at about 13, 14, those poems I was always writing kind of just turned into songs, and then it just happened really naturally.
So how the place that you grew up affected your musical taste and journey?
I mean, my dad's American, so I always listened to a lot of American music, and then my mom definitely brought up the British side, but I grew up on artists like Pink, Christina Aguilera, Avril Lavigne, Alanis Morissette, and then of course my dad maybe listened to Dave Matthews all the time, so I know like everything.
Is it kind of like a unique blend? Like, you know, you have got an American music, and you right now is kind of like I know, like British music on your side. It's kind of unique blend.
Yeah, I love it. I think and like all those like English rappers like Stormzy, like I used to grow up listening to Stormzy. I love Stormzy, so yeah.
So what's the biggest influence on your musical career?
I feel like it does change a lot. I find different inspirations from so many different like artists and things. I feel like acts like Youngblood, Machine Gun Kelly, Travis Barker, Halsey, like just that kind of like alt pop punk kind of click inspire me a lot. And then also just artists like her with her like R&B hip hop kind of melodies, Post Malone. Yeah.
So mention album or records that changed your life.
Oh my goodness. Badlands by Halsey is probably one of my favorite albums ever. I just remember like it was what I would religiously listen to on the way to school every morning. So definitely that one. Definitely the Let Go album, Avril Lavigne. And just kind of all those 2002 like Avril Lavigne, Pink. Was it Unapologetic? I think that's the name of the album. I love that album. And the Stripped album, Christina. And so many. There's so many.
So do you so mention 5 things we didn't know about Beren Olivia?
5 things. Oh my goodness. I have 6 dogs at home.
Wow.
I have oh my goodness. I love pancakes. I got my national swimming time when I was 12 and I was competing like every weekend.
Wow.
I have a marine biology like it's kind of like a certificate degree thing. So like if there's like a bunch of beached whales or like beached dolphins and stuff, I'm qualified to go and like be part of the rescue team. So random. Like I said, I just did everything as a kid. And another thing, I have never been to Asia and I don't like that. So we need to fix that ASAP.
Yeah. After this pandemic done in Asia, you must go there because you know if you love the beaches like in Indonesia, we've got so many beautiful beaches all across Indonesia. You should check that.
I will.
Yes. But it kind of like to me like it's kind of like wow, you are such an intelligent person. Like you've got you know intelligent and athletic. I think like you've got your swimming side and oh, it's cool.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So my last question: what's next for Beren Olivia?
Live shows. It's something I only
Exactly.
started releasing music last year. Yeah, my goodness, last year. So like right before the pandemic hit. So I have yet to experience all the live side of the industry, and we're at the moment we're planning a show and we're getting ready for it. So yeah, that's what's on the cards.
Okay, that's a wrap for this interview. Thank you very much, Beren Olivia, for this interview. Thank you very much, CD lovers, for tuning in. I'm Luthfi and this is Beren Olivia. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.